Hey guys, Dr. Ben here, F8 Well Centers. Let's talk about being metabolically fit, metabolically stable, and unstable, and unfit, and all these other things. So welcome. I'm going to show you guys exactly why people are having all of these health issues. I mean, this is a true emergency. When people think about, they're talking about the emergency of, oh my gosh, we've got climate change, we've got, politicians, whatever. This is the real thing, because without our health, we have nothing. This is why I truly believe. Go ahead and put down below where you guys are watching from. Welcome, love to see you guys. I truly believe that it is not a lack of, the 20 to 30 something year old. We hear this all the time. They don't want to work. It's that they just want to drive for Uber Eats or whatever it is. I don't believe that. I believe that the majority of those people that are not working a 9 to 5, that aren't working their full 40 hours a week and really contributing to society like we would have expected that generation to do. I truly believe that it is a health issue that is holding the majority of these people back. If they are not working full time, yes, there's some of those that are sitting around and smoking weed or not wanting to work or liking to get unemployment, whatever it is. But here's the deal. I see so many. Hey there, Angela, good to see you. I see so many 20 to 30 something year olds that are sick. They are not well. They have digestion disorders. They have brain issues. They have energy issues, pain, fatigue, all of these different things. And what we see is that is the true issue for them. It's not a laziness, a low motivation. We see just as many teens and 20 something year olds as we do 50 and 60 year olds. And it is rampant, the ill health in this country, especially in the younger generations now that we're seeing. So why are 14 out of 15 people metabolically unstable, metabolically unfit? Hey, Tony, great to see you there in Washington. Put down below where you guys are watching from. Love to see you. I'll give you a shout out all over the country, all over the world. And here's the deal. These are the things that are causing this metabolic instability. So just to give you an example, and I'm going to call my 18-year-old, my oldest son out. He's been wearing a continuous glucose monitor. Hey, Carla in Arkansas. And so interesting because he's learning these things that I can't just sit there and tell him. His mom can't tell him. We've got to truly figure out what's going on, and he's got to see it himself. Hey, Tamara in Texas. Heather, great to see you as well. Going to be in Brentwood. All right, so glad to that you guys were in the Brentwood office. So Nashville, at our Brentwood location, we've got 2 great doctors down there. So Heather, so excited for you on that one. So here's the deal. My 18-year-old, yesterday after church, there's a Spanish ministry at church, and so great people made these burritos and cooked all this pork and beef and all this stuff, and then made some kind of a banana strawberry Mexican style drink. And so he had this burrito, which he knows he's not supposed to eat gluten, but he ate it, and we didn't give him a hard time. We're like, you know what, see what happens. He had that, a little bit of rice and a little bit of beans, and then he drank one of those drinks. His blood sugar hit 191 was the highest that we saw in that CGM. I like it 85 to 110. If any of you guys are watching my my blood sugar mastery master class going on, right now this 24-hour period is our first session has been released. If you have not had that, Brittany, you want to put down the link below, and you guys can jump on for that one, and then we'll be releasing number 2 tonight. Hey, KE from Lebanon, Tennessee, wanting to get my husband into the Nashville office. Come on over. We get patients from Kentucky, Georgia, Arkansas, all over. They come down to the Nashville office. Great time to go have fun in Nashville and then come see us as well. So 191. I don't want it over 110. He slept for like 3 hours afterwards. He felt like crap. He had a headache. All of these issues came about. Hey, Linda, good to see you. So his blood sugar spiked up. first thing he said to me was, "Man, I'm never eating gluten again. I can see what that does to me. Oh man, it was probably that drink as well." He's starting to learn these reasons why. And this is an 18-year-old that's active. He does woodworking. He goes to school. He plays outside with his brothers, plays soccer, a bunch of different things. And yet his blood sugar, if he was doing what he was doing, he ate 5 corn tortillas the first week he put that CGM on, and it went up to 165. And he didn't think anything of it, because that's when he was a growing boy, that's what he would do. I can do 1 corn tortilla and my blood sugar stays good, but 2, I know it's going to go up. Most of the time I don't even do it because it's not even worth it. But that's what he's learning, and that's what you guys need to learn as well. So let's look at some of the reasons why people are metabolically unfit or metabolically unstable, and why it's the vast majority of the people, and how this is driving almost all of the health conditions in this country. Chronic health conditions are driven by this metabolic unflexibility, inflexible, unstable, however you want to look at it. And what that means is that that blood sugar is so out of control, it cannot be stabilized. It's creating this high cholesterol, this high triglycerides. It's creating inflammation. It's causing stress in the nervous system, in the brain. We're getting pre-Alzheimer's and dementia, type 3 Alzheimer's, all types of these different things. So here's some of the main reasons why people are getting unfit and unstable. So one of the first things, obviously, is what we're eating. And just like my son, he saw 191. So guess what he's not going to do again? A burrito with a little bit of rice and beans and some kind of a drink with a bunch of fruit in it. He's not going to do that again. Guarantee it. He felt bad. He saw it. He experienced it. He saw it with the glucose monitor. And that's why you can do your fingerprint glucose monitoring. We've done that for years with people. The foods we are putting in, even foods that we think are good for us. And I've got a whole episode in the master class on that, a whole 1 hour I'm dedicated to what foods we're seeing. Some people, sweet potato is worse than white potato. It's way more individualized than we ever knew. You can't just go, oh, that's a health food versus not a health food, or that's paleo versus not paleo. Way more individualized than we ever knew. So you've got to know individually. Yes, so we just use for fingerprint glucose monitoring, we use an Easy Touch glucose monitor. We've got actually in the master class, we've got a package where you get a copy of my book, glucose monitor, all these different things. So, all corn and corn products. The vast majority, corn, what do we do with corn? We fatten cows up with corn. So what's it going to do to humans? It's going to make our blood sugar go up, and it's going to make us fat. That's just what corn does, and it's cheap, and that's why they make it into corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, one of the worst things that you can possibly do to your body. So what you're eating is going to make you metabolically stable or unstable. What you're drinking, same thing. And it's not just Coca-Cola, but even Diet Coca-Cola is going to cause issues with the blood sugar and the metabolic syndrome. And so is cassava okay? Some people cassava's okay, some people it's not. You got to test it. So here's the deal. Even diet soda can cause an insulin spike. Even diet soda can actually not satisfy that craving for some sweetness and cause more cravings down the road. Tons of issues that we're seeing with these, with even the diet sodas. But if you're drinking any calories, whether that's a Frappuccino, whether that's a soda, whether that's a smoothie, any type of, even for some people, kombucha, any of these things, you are going to be creating metabolic distress in your body. Your blood sugar is not going to be doing what it needs to do. So that's the second thing that causes these issues. Sleep issues. If you are sleeping with light, I just did a video on this a few times ago. If you're sleeping with light in your room, you are going to have a greater risk for diabetes, obesity, any type of heart disease, all types of different things. So if your TV is on, if your nightlight is on, if you've got your alarm clock, your phone, any of these things, and so what we're looking at is that has been an issue for so many people. It actually creates metabolic unfitness, instability for so many of these people if you are not getting a good, deep, dark sleep. So blackout curtains, keep it cool as much as you can possibly do. Kathy Rippey Gregory, do you think we will be able to get continuous glucose monitors without doctor order anytime soon? I don't think so. I am very much into that market and on the cutting edge of what is coming out. And I don't think the FDA at any point soon is going to allow these to be just purchased over the counter. So that's why we give them. We've got special deals set up, and we give them to every new patient that we start care with. But great question there. I wish, literally, if the government would give every single person a continuous glucose monitor, literally we would save billions, if not trillions of dollars a year in sick care expenses. I don't want to call it healthcare because there's nothing about the healthcare model that has to do with health. It's all about sick care. So we've got what you're eating, what you're drinking, how your sleep is, and then what your stress level is. And the stress has a huge impact on your glucose levels. Oh no, I like a nightlight. Yeah, so here's the deal, Gail. In our bathroom, we've got a door to our bathroom. We've got a salt lamp in there. So I just stumble into the bathroom and then you can go to the bathroom and do whatever. So keep your room as dark as possible. Check out my video, Brittany. If you want to put a link for Gail in there, I did a video last week on the research on that as well. So here's the other part is the stress level, and we know if you eat the exact same meal at night, blood sugar is good. Next morning, you got a huge presentation, had a fight with your boss, whatever it is, and your blood sugar, it'll be up 20, 30 points with the exact same food. So stress is going to cause this big event and the blood sugars to go up. But think about this. What happens if you're stressed out? Even good stress or bad stress, we celebrate with food, right? And we go, oh my gosh, I'm stressed. I'm going to go eat some pizza. Oh, this is great. I'm celebrating good. I'm going to eat some pizza or whatever it is. And we're going to actually cause a bigger blood sugar issue because of the stress response at the same time as well. So if you're stressed out, you should even be more consistent on your food, on your blood sugar, and you're going to see some massive benefit from that as well. So these aren't complicated things to do. It's not like rocket science. It's not, oh my gosh, I've got to measure and weigh and all these things. You pay attention. You look, you learn, you get a finger prick glucose monitor, you get a continuous glucose monitor, you start paying attention to what stress does to that, you start paying attention to how your sleep is, you get your Fitbit or your Garmin or Apple Watch or whatever, and you go, okay, how much deep sleep did I get? I made the room 3 degrees colder last night. I've got those blackout curtains. I did my massage gun before bed. All of these things to get you into that better state. So here's the deal, guys. The vast majority of people in the United States, and I'm going to say around the world as well, are metabolically unstable, meaning their metabolic state is fluctuating all over the place, high and low, and creating all types of stress. And I say we could reverse or prevent 90% of chronic conditions if we would stabilize everybody's blood sugar between 85 and 110 all day long, morning, night, after meals, before meals, whatever, it doesn't matter. Get it as stable as possible. So there you go. Hope that is helpful. Hope that's inspiring. But the research is showing that we are in a serious health crisis, and we're sick, and we need to take massive action. And yes, we need to worry about the environment. We need to worry about whatever is coming out of the tailpipes of cars and all of these things. And yet it makes no difference. If we're dropping our testosterone and our sperm count 50% in the last 50 years, if our miscarriages are up 50% in the last 50 years, if we're having a harder time conceiving, a harder time carrying babies to delivery, and people that are here's the deal too. We've got so many people that are confused even on their gender, and a big part of that is because guys' testosterone is lower than ever, and women's testosterone with PCOS and blood sugar issues is actually higher than ever in some women. And so of course our youth are going to be confused and creating a lot of this stress then as well as far as reproducing. And so we're actually in a state as a human species where we're going to be peaking and actually having pretty significant drop in the number of humans on this planet within the next 20 to 50 years. It's going to be interesting. So Glenda, great to see you. Pamela, good to see you. Is intermittent fasting okay? If you are hypoglycemic at all, if your blood sugar is not stable, then no, intermittent fasting is not good for you. I think that might be number 3 on the episodes for my blood sugar masterclass. But if you don't have access to that, click that link down below. Love seeing you guys. If you've got any questions, any comments, anything at all, reach out. Love to hear you guys, and we'll talk soon. Take care.